So NXT happened. I gotta be honest with you guys. NXT. This was the first NXT show I saw, like, actually saw on TV in like a while, but I didn't see all of it. But man, this show. So yeah, I had like some free time basically. Then in my normal, then my schedule. Um, that's why I was able to see this show a little bit. But man, I gotta tell you guys, this show. What the fuck is this, man? Like, this, okay, listen, it's developmental, and I totally get it, and it should be developmental. The problem with this show is just like, wow, for a developmental show, this show, there's a reason why it should not be on TV. By the way, like when you have a developmental brand, that already should not be like something that it's like on TV because again, you're just developing them. But again, yeah, it shouldn't be held in high regard. It's just the problem is it's just not watchable because like again no one knows these people or do anybody care. you know it doesn't seem like they're really doing anything really to make you seem to care. So this show was not in a performance center. This show was like some weird stage in Pennsylvania. It was like whatever, and it didn't even feel anything. But anyways, this Josh Briggs guy defeats his Japanese buddy whatever in a Philadelphia street fight. um it's a fine match. I'm not gonna hate on it. I mean, I guess it was a fine match. The problem with this match though is just like, like it does not feel like these matches don't compare to the old school hardcore matches. It doesn't even feel like it. And it's just like I'm tired of it, everything. It's like false finishes. Whatever. The match was fine. That's really all I have to really say. Then Trick Williams, he declares he will defeat Javon Evans later on the show and will go on to defeat Femi to become a 3-time champion, 2-man champ, whatever. Ricky Saints defeats Jasper Troy with a tornado DDT. So I saw clips of this match. How the hell does this make any fucking sense that this Ricky Saints guy defeating this big dude named Jasper Troy? How does that make any fucking sense? How does that make any sense? This face off, which this is when I started actually seeing the show. This fucking Jordynne Grace person, by the way, this Jordynne Grace, she cut like one of the worst promos I've seen all year. Okay, this Jordynne Grace like couldn't even talk. Okay, like okay, she's talking, but for God's sakes, no emotion, no charisma. It's just like, what the fuck am I listening to? It's like, oh, I worked hard to be where I am today. People judged me for who I was, and it's like, whatever. It's like, what the fuck am I listening to? Because, like, her promo was just nauseating bad. It's just like, what the fuck am I listening to? This promo was just like, she's struggling to fucking try to, like, make things interesting, trying to moat in the worst way possible, and I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, oh, I came to NXT after traveling the world, being hundreds in locker rooms, building a reputation, and I came to thinking that I always done right, win championships. Clearly that's what happened, and I expected, I didn't expect to set me back was a friendship. However, brief with my all I've been wrestling for myself for 15 years, and I said this before, not being WWE is just an adjustment. Like, it's like I got bored. This was boring. Okay, it was so fucking boring. I was like, what the fuck is this? Thankfully, Blake Monroe came out. She says, like, okay, that's enough, my muscle muffin. Like, like, thank God, like, she actually, like, stopped this. And it's like, let me tell you something. As much as everybody would love to see a redemption, I don't particularly want that. There's no redemption from the truth. Yeah, which is why there's so there was, like, a contract that there was between them. And then, I'll get it, Jordynne can't even touch her. And then it says, like, our evolution, the biggest event, the biggest event, let me tell you, the thing is, you were jealous, right? You were jealous. It's like, why would she be jealous? Like, she just came to the fucking company, you dumb bitch. Whatever. Anyways, like Monroe, there it is. We all know you're not really that nice or something, blah, blah, blah. And, like, but now the glamour has arrived. you know what's more pathetic than Jordynne Grace? And then eventually Jordynne Grace, she attacks the security. Like, why is it that every time, like, with males, why is it that nowadays all of women are attacking men's security who literally look bigger than them? They can beat them up easily. How does that make any freaking sense? By the way, that women could beat up the freaking security now. I'm sorry, that's the most unrealistic bullshit I have ever seen. And then this guy on here is running like, I don't even know, but it's like, it's not even just this guy. It's just, there was this big fucking security guard, and he freaking got beat up by Jordynne Grace. How the hell does make any fucking sense? Anyways, fucking Jordynne Grace says, "I'd Heatwave. You'll find out what ugly really is. I don't fucking care." Even though she touched her, apparently the match is still on because get it? Oh, they have to sign the contract, both of them. Blah blah. Fatal Influence, they defeated some group called Elegance, whatever. Everyone says Elegance, but whatever. It's fucking Dana Brooks' new gimmick in TNA, along with two other chicks who are like way better looking than her. So yeah. Speaking of good looking, this chick Kendall Gray, by the way, she's been approached by this Charlie Dempsey guy to like join her faction because get it, she has a great background in amateur wrestling or whatever. I mean, hey, I have a amateur wrestling background, so Kendall Gray, how you doing? You know what I mean? Man, she's fine as fuck, that's for sure. I will say this: these NXT bitches are fucking bad as fuck. They're like actually like these are. Listen, I have come to this stage in my life where like I don't really care for like there's actually a lot of like if you go outside, you'll realize that there's so many beautiful chicks in the world aside from like let's say if you're watching on TV. But I gotta tell you, man, some of the NXT women are fucking bad as fuck. So I will give this. But NXT, they got beautiful women, and I can't wait to see them hopefully succeed. But whatever. She gets approached, but then eventually like she I don't know, she does decline or has to think about it, and then eventually Charlie Dempsey and his other baddie of a friend, by the way, this Wayne Sinclair chick, I don't know, they get confronted by the Crueling or whatever, like, oh, you're still struggling to find a partner and blah blah blah. The Secret Harvest, Ethan Page, they hold a Canada and USA peace treaty with Tavon Evans and Tay Mayley Steele, who is the Olympic medalist. They're unable to come to peace. This Tavon Heist guy also struggled talking, by the way. What brought me to the dance? Like, and I'm like, one thing myself, like, what like, this guy couldn't even talk for shit too. This guy doesn't even know how to, like, this guy was struggling to talk. Like, what am I listening to? I've been sitting on a hard session set like yourself. And I remember all the times you count me out. And it's like, what the fuck am I listening to? This guy, like, I was blessed by the athletic gods of Mount Olympus. And I made an image, and I made it their image. It's like, what are you emoting of? Like, it's so badly done. Whatever. They can't make peace, and then eventually it's announced that they're gonna have a tag match, and then they all get, and the heels get hit with the ankle lock. Cause get it, we gotta make every fucking Olympic wrestler a fucking Kurt Angle wannabe. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Lexis King apologizes to Miles Bourne backstage for being deaf and blind, and then Miles says he's only deaf but not blind, and Lexis pulls out pepper spray and says now he is. I think that's funny, I will say that. Dark State says that, whatever, they say Joe Hendry's name and he appears and blah blah blah. They want to tag titles, but eventually Joe Hendry appears, whatever. And the main event, Javon Evans defeats Trick Williams and will now face Oba Femi at the NXT at Heatwave show. Apparently, it's the same day as freaking AW Forbidden Door. I'm just thinking to myself, so they literally just. So, literally, no real build to this NXT show with, like, Oba and Jasper, or whatever his name, Oba and, what's his name? Fucking Javon Evans. And again, why is his character like he's some young guy like yo Mishi like wait why is he like some of these like new hipster dude like whatever I don't know like I don't get this shit. and they had no time to really build to that match. And Oba was on the show, whatever. What are we doing? And Trick losing, and he's the TNA champion. Wouldn't that make sense if it's just some stupid triple threat? I don't even know. This is just whatever to me. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this show. I mean, the match was not bad. I will say, and there was a big spot where Javon Evans got pushed through the announce table from the freaking ropes, which was actually which was a big spot, I will say. But yeah, whatever. The match was fine, but other than that, it's just whatever. To me, honestly, man, this show was just like, man, there's a reason why no one really cares for this show, and it is developmental after all. But it's just like, man, this show really struggles. That's all I'm done to say. Until next time, peace. Yeah, bye.